Hello, Cancers, and welcome to this, your mid to late June reading and predictions. A warm welcome to each and every one of you. For those of you returning, very much thanks for coming back. And for those of you who are new here, a very warm welcome. My name is Marnie. I'm also known as the Intuitive Butterfly. And this week I am coming to you from beautiful Red Deer County in Alberta, Canada. All right. So I am doing this reading for all of you here in the middle of June with the intention of covering the time period between the middle of June up till the end of June. And this reading is intended for anybody born under the sign of Cancer, as well as anybody with a significant amount of Cancer anywhere else in their charts. This reading may very well resonate with you guys as well. Okay. We are going to pull cards in 6 different categories. We're going to leave all of the cards sitting face down until I'm actually ready to read those cards and flip them over. The reason that I do this is because by not seeing the upcoming cards, it allows for more of the intuition and the psychic energies to flow in rather than my conscious mind seeing a card that's coming up in the reading and then beginning to make assumptions and jumping forward. So, Cancer. First cards that we are going to pull are going to be the cards looking at some of where you're at now, the energies that are influencing you here, the middle of May, or sorry, the middle of June. Sheesh. I guess you know what? I've done that a couple of times recording the videos for this month. And I think the reason I'm doing it is because I don't really want to accept that we're this far into the warm months already. You know, it seems like June, July, and August fly by, and then it takes forever for December, January, and February to go by. All right, we have one card out. There's another one. All right. We've got 3 cards out for you now. 4. Yeah, and those cards were all at the other end of the deck. So stands to reason as to why I had to go through the deck twice. That happens sometimes. All right, that one, and that one. There we go. The next cards that we're going to pull for you, Cancer, are going to be the cards of what you are currently focusing on. What is your focus at this time? Cancer. Mid to late June. Focus. Oh, there's another one. All right. So we have 2 cards out for you. The next card that we're going to pull is your card of difficult influences. Where are we going for difficult influences? Interesting. Okay, we'll go over here. We're going back to my very, very, very first tarot deck. It is the Animal Tarot. In fact, I don't think that they make this deck anymore. I think that's why I slowed down on using it, because the cards were getting worn out a little bit. I didn't want to give the deck up. Okay. Next card is going to be a card that just makes sense. Where are we going for cards that just make sense? Over here. So for those of you who are new here, the cards that just make sense are cards that either tie the whole reading together and bring clarity to the reading, or they are cards that have the identical meaning to another card elsewhere in your reading, thus giving you that double reinforcement that there's something behind the intended energy of that card that you really need to sit up and pay attention to. So let's see what makes sense for you at this time. We've got one card. Anything else? Just the one card. Okay. All right, Cancer. What's unexpected for you? Unexpected. The card came flying out. I don't know if you guys caught that on the camera or not. I know my setup isn't optimal. I did start recording outside today. However, the wind came up and I had to go chase tarot cards across the yard. So I've moved inside. Okay. Just the one card. Are we meant to have more than one card? I'm sensing that for your unexpected, you're supposed to have another card out. So let's go through this one more time. Yeah, there we go. And I think there's one more card that's going to fall off the deck because it's not sitting with the rest of them. Oh, a couple more there. All right, now, as we put these cards back, yeah, see, there's one card here sticking up. We'll take it. All right. Okay, and the final cards that we're going to pull for you, Cancer, are going to be cards that are your general overall outcome. Now, these cards are going to project or predict the energies that are going to be coming in for you right around the middle of right around the end of the month, right around June 30th and jumping in towards July. Where are we going for the general overall outcome? Over here. Which one? Okay, we might be pulling cards from two separate decks here. Not sure yet. Let's see what comes out. General overall outcome for Cancer for late June. There's one. General overall outcome. Cancer. Okay. So there's one card that's come out here, but I am sensing that you're supposed to have another card from another deck. So let's just quickly run through these fairies. They got something they want to say. Anything else? I don't think so. All right. So that one and then that one. All right. And we're going to get going with actually doing the reading. Okay. Six of Winter, also known as the Six of Swords. Seven of Winter, also known as the Seven of Swords. Prince of Summer, Prince of Cups. And Three of Autumn, also known as the Three of Pentacles. So, Cancer, where are you at now? You've got both the Six and the Seven of Swords coming in back to back. And these two cards almost have opposite meanings. One of them, the Six of Winter, is basically saying that there are good things coming into you. Positive changes are coming in, that you've been going through some difficult times. But the Seven of Winter is saying that you're not seeing things clearly and there's a different way that you could be doing things. So a little bit interesting here that you've got these two cards coming out together. The other thing that the Six of Winter can also indicate for some of you, maybe some traveling or some relocating, but just intuitively, Yeah, intuitively, I'm picking up that there is some conflict that you're going through at this time here in the middle of June, and that you're being pulled in two different directions. You know that there's something good coming in towards you, but there's also something that you are avoiding, that you really don't want to pay attention to. And this could be creating some conflict for you. And given that you've got the Prince of Summer, also known as the Prince of Cups, coming in here, Prince of Cups, Knight of Cups, coming in here, this is a very romantic, but also spontaneous knight or prince. And he sometimes acts rashly, particularly if things get emotional for him. And the final card that you have here is the Three of Pentacles, or the Three of Autumn. And this is a card about the universe is recognizing your worth when it comes to your job or your career. You know, you're putting in hard work, you're following your passions, and you're on the cusp of being recognized for that. I think really what this is saying is that, Cancer, I think you might have a little bit of imposter syndrome going on here with these cards, because you've got an indication that good things are coming in with this Six of Swords. You've got the Three of Pentacles here, indicating that you are being recognized or on the verge of being recognized for your efforts. But then you've got the Seven of Winter saying you could be doing things different. There's a different way of doing things, that you're avoiding the truth somehow. And then you've got this Prince of Cups or Knight of Cups coming in saying that you're going to have a very emotional experience, and be careful not to act rashly or impulsively. Yeah, I think the middle of June is going to be a little bit sort of a push and a pull for you, Cancer. And I caution you if you are experiencing some imposter syndrome, really try to get out of that energy of imposter syndrome, because the fact that this is showing that you've got good things coming in and yet you're avoiding the truth somehow, that's you not wanting to see your worth. At this time, you are focusing upon, yeah, you've got a duality going on. For sure you do here. Okay, so you had the Three of Pentacles come up in your initial couple of cards, and now you have the Three of Cups coming in here. This is the card of celebration. You've got three women on here dancing out in the rain, and a traditional tarot deck, they would all be holding their cups up here. This is from a different deck. So this is one of the things that you are focusing on, which is beautiful. It's beautiful. Why not focus on celebration? But one of the things that this card also brings in and brings to mind is that everything is a cycle, right? So even if you are experiencing a little bit of this swords energy here and feeling uncomfortable and having this going back and forth and potentially not facing the truth of a certain matter in your life, if you're shying away from being acknowledged for the hard work that you've put in, what these cards are saying is that it's a phase. It's a phase. The other card that you have here is the integration card. And the reason why I said you've got this duality going on, where you're on the verge of attaining some sort of success or recognition or acknowledgement in your job or career, while at the same time almost avoiding it. This card is the card of opposites. So you have the eagle over here and the swan over here. You have the sun over here. You have the moon over here. You have the yin and the yang. And here you have things coming full circle with the tail, with the snake eating its own tail. What this is telling me, Cancer, is that at this time, as much as you are concentrating on celebrating and really embracing all the joy that there is out there in life, you are also caught up in a duality here as you try and integrate the acknowledgement or recognition that you're getting with regards to your career with your own internal doubts about your capabilities. You're bringing in this duality here, this yin and the yang, the sun and the moon, the light and the dark. Oh my goodness, I'm very good at doing my job. Oh my goodness, I'm about to get acknowledged. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, I'm about to get recognition. Oh, am I actually that good? Do you see how that's bringing in this conflict and this duality for you, Cancer? So as you move through June, let's see where the cards are going to go for you. But definitely mid-June, the energies that you're bringing up are energies of, oh, I'm pretty good. Oh, am I actually that good? And you've got this push-pull going on. In your difficult influences, you have the painted turtle. Let's see if we can get this to focus here. Doesn't really want to focus. How about here? Yeah, maybe not. Okay. You have the painted turtle here, and this is in your difficult influences, and this is a representation of really being rewarded for your efforts. Do we have another card in your reading saying that you're about to be rewarded for your efforts or acknowledged for your efforts? Absolutely. You've got this Three of Pentacles that came out. But you've got this in your difficult influences. What's that telling me? Exactly where the reading is directing us, that you are not believing, you don't have faith that your efforts should be rewarded, right? This is difficult influences, which means it kind of has sort of an opposite meaning to the card. So generally in a reading, this would mean that you have all this faith and that you're doing all of this stuff and you believe that you're going to be rewarded for your efforts. Coming up in the difficult influences, it has the opposite meaning. Let's see. So in your cards that just make sense, you only have the one card that came up right now, and you have the Winter Wolf. This is a card about taking care of your needs, but it's also a card of making sure that you have your pack around you. What does that mean? It means that we need to make sure that we have enough community around us that will bolster us up, that will encourage us when we don't believe in ourselves. And everything about this reading right now, Cancer, for mid to late June, is screaming, you're having trouble believing in yourself. And this card is saying, when you take care of your needs and you find your pack, they'll encourage you. You know, always in life, when we go through life, if we don't believe in ourselves, we probably still have friends or family members that still believe in us. And when they encourage us to go forward, it reinvigorates our own belief in ourselves. So Cancer, at this time here, mid to late June, I encourage you, seek out your pack and get them to tell you how amazing you are. All right, coming up in the unexpected. All right, talk about confirmations. Talk about confirmations. In a second, I'm just looking up. That was that one. That was that one. Okay. And that's the 6. Okay. You have the 2 of Wands, you have the Page of Wands, and you have 3 of Pentacles coming in again. 3 of Pentacles coming in again. Cancer, you have the 2 of Wands in reverse. But the 2 of Wands represents a duality. It represents that you are being pulled in 2 different directions at this time. This is not the first time that you've heard that in this reading here today, right? I said that it looks to me like you're facing a duality when you had this card come up. And then when you also had this 6 and 7 of swords come in right at the very beginning of your reading, I had said, it looks like you have a duality going on, like you're being pulled in 2 different directions. So the fact that you got the 2 of Wands, which represents being pulled in 2 different directions, needing to make a decision, isn't really unexpected, despite the fact that this card came up in the unexpected portion of your reading. So you can see on this card that the character has 2 wands, one here and one here. And the character in the middle here is looking out over the horizon, and he has a choice. Either he can follow the direction of this wand, or he can follow the direction of this wand just by turning his head just ever so slightly. Okay, so this is about decisions that you need to make at this time, Cancer. And I believe that one of the decisions that you need to make at this time is to believe in yourself and believe in your abilities, because you have the 3 of Pentacles coming in yet again. The 3 of Pentacles is indicating that you have completed all of the training and have obtained the knowledge necessary to be able to do the job at hand. But you're still not believing in yourself. And you have the Page of Wands here. The Page of Wands is an adventurous character. He's enthusiastic. But the other thing is that this guy looks like he's about to go on a trip. Looks like he's about to go on a little bit of travel. Did you have another card that mentioned going on a little bit of a vacation? Yeah, actually you did. You had the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords also indicates a tendency or a possibility towards traveling or relocating at this time. So, Cancer, are any of the 3 cards in your unexpected influences and insights unexpected? Not really. Especially considering you have the 3 of Pentacles, which you've already had come out in this. And you had this 2 of Wands indicating a decision to be made. And you've got the Page of Wands indicating that you might be looking at some kind of travel. All of that came out earlier in your reading. All right. Let's have a look at your final general overall outcome, Cancer, for end of June, early July. You have the 10 of Cups, the Harmony card. Beautiful. In the traditional tarot, the 10 of Cups is known as the one of the happiest cards in the deck. There are 3 cards that are considered extremely happy cards, one being the Sun, one being the Star, and the other one being the 10 of Cups. This is the Harmony card. This is a card about having achieved that place in your life where water rolls off a duck's back, you're good, you're going with the flow, everything just seems to be working out the way you want it to work out. There's a connection between your heart center here and your third eye and what you are putting out into the world. And when we achieve that connection is when absolute true magic happens with regards to our manifestations. You also have the Eight of Summer, also known as the Eight of Cups, coming in here. And this is a card of making major life choices, walking away from that which no longer serves your highest good, and making some pretty big choices, which may involve travel or relocating. Have we heard that before yet, Cancer, today? I think we did. Yeah, we definitely did. So, Cancer, be on the lookout. Mid to late June, there might be some travel or even a relocation in your future, but you are going to have to believe in yourself first. How are you going to do this? Well, you've got a little bit of support because you've got the King of Swords coming in. The King of Swords is usually about a mentor, someone coming in order to help you, bolster you, let you know that you already know your trade. You know, and I'm not referring to a trade as in each of you has a specific trade, as in, you know, plumbing or electrician or something like that. But we're going to wrap this up by saying you began this reading here in the middle of June as not really trusting yourself, not really embracing knowing that you have everything within you already to be able to be successful. And the King of Winter is here to let you know that you do have all of that. And if you don't believe it within yourself, then seek out a mentor, or, as was suggested by the wolf, seek out your pack. Overall, an absolutely beautiful reading for you, Cancer, indicating that as much as the middle of June may seem a little dicey, may seem a little bit like you're caught in this duality and this push-pull and you're being pulled in two different directions, when you fully embrace that Three of Pentacles and believe in yourself and believe that you deserve to be rewarded for what it is you do, there's a lot of good that can come out of it, including potentially some travel or even a relocation. All right, I'm going to leave it off there. Thank you so much for joining me, Cancer, and I hope that you will join me again next month for your next reading in early July.